What's up, nature lovers? This is Chetan here, and welcome to my channel Nature Design. It's Valentine's Day today, and I wanted to make a terrarium regarding that. And I wanted to make it a bit different. And this is the pot, or say the bowl in which I'm going to make the terrarium today. This will be a total unique and different kind of terrarium. And speaking about the bowl, I have attached the mosquito mesh inside the bowl so that I can make the terrarium inverted inside it. I'm going to place the substrate in between the gap between the bowl and the mosquito mesh, and this is the lower part of the terrarium which I have made using the thermocol. You can see in the picture how I made it. It was a bit square in the shape, then I gave it a round shape. I digged a hole in it, and then I painted with acrylic colors. The detailing work in of the wood is done with the help of shoulder gun, and I used winding wire, the brass winding wire, to make this heart shape. And the reason for that is if I used iron winding wire, it would rust and just decay inside, and that's the reason I'm using a brass winding wire. And you can also see the mosquito mesh which I have attached with the help of silicone in the log, or the thermocol log which I've made, and I think it looks really cool. I am tying this rope to the heart which I have already used in some of my builds. This rope soaks the water really well, and that's the reason all the moss which is attached to this rope will be alive and will be hydrated with the help of this rope. And that's the reason I'm using this rope, and I have always been successful in this kind of builds when I have used this rope for the moss. And this is how the heart looks after I have tied up the rope to it. Now I'm preparing the bowl. I'm using the dry moss to keep the substrate falling away through the holes of the mosquito mesh. Now it's time to put the substrate in it, and it's really easy. It's not that hard as it looks. I'll be using a steel spoon. I have just twisted it towards in a outer side so that I can just put the substrate in it, and this was not totally filmed properly, so bear with it. As I said, it is not filmed properly, and half of the video is missing. So, but it's really easy to use a twisted spoon to put the substrate in it, and I have already placed the substrate in it. This is a bark of a tree which I have found in my area. I don't know the name of the plant, but this will look cool, and that's the reason I will be placing in it. And these are the creeping pennywort plants which are also locally found in our area, and I am placing some laterite stones in it just for the hardscape, and I think the red colored laterite stone will just give it a contrast look in it. It is a bit tricky to place the plants inside in this way, but with the help of twisted tweezers, I managed it. And this is how it looks after it has been fully planted. And I have used the laterite stored in it. Now I'm going to tie moss to the heart. It is a bit hard, but it will look cool after it has been finished. I'm just tying it with a normal thread. This is how it looks after it has been fully tied. And now it's time to put the false bottom in it. I'm using charcoal chips as a false bottom, and I'm using the dry moss just to keep the substrate, which I'm going to pour in this mosquito mesh jar or say mosquito mesh cylinder. It shouldn't be falling out, and the moss will help in that. And now I'm going to pour the substrate with the help of a spoon. The substrate consists of cocoa peat and sand or say soil, and I have already used the dry moss in it, so the mixture of the substrate remains the same. This is the Ganpati Bappa terrarium which I have made previously, and the dwarf baby tears are growing really well, but they are crossing the limits and going towards the moss, and that's the reason I am removing some of the dwarf baby tears from there, and I'll be using those dwarf baby tears in today's build. Here you can see I have already planted some of the dwarf baby tears which I removed from the Ganpati Bappa terrarium, and I'm also using some of the laterite stone, crushed laterite stone for the same build, and it will give a contrast to the terrarium. I think this is looking cool, and please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it, and if you really like it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. I was placing the bowl in it, but just then I remembered that I have forgot to place the cleanup crew in it, and that's the reason I removed the bowl again and put up some springtails in it. These are the cleanup crew. They eat all the fungus which are growing inside and keeps the terrarium healthy. Now I'm placing the bowl. and we are done with it. This is how it looks. Please let me know in the comment box what do you think about it, and if you do really like it, please give me a thumbs up. Please share with your friends, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to it. That's it for the day. See you next week. Bye bye, and happy Valentine's Day again.